Hello, good afternoon and welcome back to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Mosby. Thank you for joining us for another 2 hours. It is all about creative cravings where we're going to be giving you lots of hints, tips and demonstrations with some amazing products coming your way. And actually, uber excited about this show because we've got one of our amazing sub boxes on the show which are always brilliant, and also a collection which I kind of loved the first time I saw it and then didn't see it again for ages. I want to say the Peacock collection that we've got coming up on the show, I've only brought to you once before, and it is an absolutely magnificent collection. We have got so many goodies for you on the show as well. If it's storage you're after, we've got it. If it's cardstock you're after, we've got it. If it's adhesives you're after, we've got it. We're going to be looking at stenciling as well during this show. We have got lots to cover off over the course of the next couple of hours. If you want to get in touch and say hello, I will give you all the details you need in just a few moments' time. But I'm delighted to say that lady who I feel I don't work with that often, I worked with her at the back end of last week, and she's back with me again this week. It's the lovely Jan. How are you?
Hi, yes, I know. It was sort of like a week ago, I think, Ben. It was last Wednesday, and it just seems to have flown by.
Yeah.
But yes, I was up here last Wednesday for Creative Cravings, and then back again today. So, yeah, looking forward to it. Got some lovely products on the show this afternoon. So, as always, you know that I can't wait to get into my demos. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And do you know what? I love it when Jan is in town and you know what it's going to be like. Amazing demos and everything stripped back right for you. So you know, even if you're an absolute beginner, I always find like everyone's demos are great, but Jan's demos are so in-depth and so kind of well explained that if you are brand new, well, let me just say you have arrived at a brilliant, brilliant time. And actually, if you are brand new and you're looking for a great way to kind of get into craft, and the first item that we've got on the show is absolutely brilliant for doing that, because this is one of our, this is one of our craft kits. They've just said, this is the Twirling characters collection, and they've just said in my ear, do a twirl. And you know what happens? If they tell me to do something, I have to do it. What do you want, a spin or just a little?
Just watch them arms, Ben.
Okay, I'm on a carpet, which is not easy. Hang on.
Yay!
Thank you. Why did I do a twirl? You must. Well, because A, they told me to. Literally, whatever they say, I do it. I'm like a puppet. And also, B, we have got the Twirling Characters Craft Kit. These are brilliant. Basically, what you've got in here is the ability for you to be able to kind of work on a theme, as it were. It's number 31 of a series of craft boxes, and you get in there everything that you need to be able to make. We say like a minimum of 24 cards, but I always think you can be a little bit more frugal and make so much with this. And the fact is, yes, you're going to get items in there which you will use and won't be able to use again, things like your cardstock and your papers and whatnot. But then you have got other items in there that you use time and time and time and time again. So actually, you've got the ability to make as many cards and projects that you want. But the great thing about this Twirling Characters collection is you've got the ability to be, I'll just quickly show you, because look, you've got the ability, as he wound up, to be able to make cards that twirl. Oh, he's not wound up, but listen, the whole point is you give them a little wind and then they will do a little twirl. So hang on. We were doing Dolphin impressions before the start of the show, actually. I feel like I kind of want to do it. No, the impressions, like they go, they go. Don't they, Jan?
They do, yes.
What do they do?
We were practicing.
What's that, Flipper? You're going to unbox the craft kit and show us what's inside it?
I do, yes. So I've got mine here, Ben, that I've been playing with at home. So, and I always use the word playing because, like I've said to you many, many times, it's not like working.
Not work, is it?
So let's have a look then. So this is, like we've just said, a series of craft boxes. So this is number 31.
Yeah.
All right. And it comes to you beautifully packed. So this is how you'll get yours in. It comes in a brown box sleeve even to protect this one. But yeah, you've got ideas on the front of here. So you've got some inspiration. It says over 230 elements in the box. And I thought, first of all, what we'll do is literally open it and see how it comes to you and what you get.
Yeah.
So mine's open, of course, because as I say, I've been in there to play. So if I just bring it this way, there's a lovely personal message there from our Sarah. And I think that I love that photograph of her. I think it's a really nice, not that they're not all nice, but I really do like that one. So she's welcoming you to the project kit. And then again, just the detail, you know, even down to the packaging. We've got all that beautifully printed Crafter's Companion tissue, little thank you for your purchase in there, and then when you open, all these goodies are revealed, and it is crammed full of bits and pieces that you can craft with. Now these work sort of alone, or they will work with your other stash as well, so if you want to sort of mix and match things, but the idea is that you've got everything in here to make projects, and you've got some suggestions there on the front of the box. So let's go through. So I'll come back to these little bits, the little bit there at the end, and I'll come back to that bit at the end. But you've got 2 sets of metal dies.
Yes.
So these are thin metal dies, and you might think, well, what is this here? But it'll become apparent in a second. So if I actually bring in the stamp sets, we've got 2 sets of acrylic stamps that match, and he is actually a little dolphin, look. And we're going to start, I can hear him in the background there. We're going to start with this one on the first demo when we get to demo. But you've also got on there mermaids. Let me turn this over a little bit. We want something white. There we go. Look, you've got the little mermaids on there.
Yeah.
Some beautiful sentiments. But what I love is you've got all these little extra bits. And you know me, you know I love my stamping. I love stamping things out, I love colouring in. And you've got all the, you know, the seaweed, the little fishes, the starfish, all the bits that go with these two, as well as sentiments. So that's the first set with the first lot of dies. And then you get a second set, which has got sort of the little boy and girl on here. So we've got sort of the young man all dressed up back and front, and the little girl, along with some sort of party things. And again, you've got that matching die set to go with it.
Yeah.
And each one has got an aperture die as well, which I'm going to show you how to use when we come to the demo. So that's the first bit. And then as always, we always get a set of blank cards and matching envelopes. And you've actually got 6x4, 6x6 and 7x5 cards. That's in inches, in imperial measurements, and you've got the matching envelopes to go with it. So those come in there as well. Now just excuse my scraps because like I said, I've been in mine, so let me move those out of the way. But you also get beautiful pack of printed paper.
Lovely.
All right, so we'll just have a little flick through that one. Again, some really nice patterns in here. We're going to use that one. Got some printed flowers there. Lovely abstracts, brick wall, clouds. They're really pretty. And then
pads.
Alongside that, you get plain sets, which are just a little bit thicker. We've called this one coloured card. But again, you get the plain colours that you can mix and match with those prints. So we'll see all that together when we start demoing. So yeah, jammed packed, full of bits and pieces. And then the 2 bits that I put out at the beginning were the accessories. So we need the twine in order to make those little characters twirl. And I'll show you how to use this in the demo. And of course, there's some bling in there as well. So
a bit of bling.
The minute I opened it and found the bling, that was it, I was done. You know, I'd been quite happy, yeah? So we're going to use some of that as well. Put all this together and I'll show you how to use it to actually make a card. So that's the actual box itself. Do we want to have a look at some samples?
Yeah, we can do. If you've got a few you can show us, then we'll show a few this side as well.
Let me just pop that to one side for a second then, and I have got 1 or 2 here, so I'll just grab these.
Producer George is just saying how tidy you are with your crafty, because there's some people that we know on this channel, Craig, who are a little bit, sorry, just cough there, who are a little bit messy, but Jan's always.
I can always tell when our Craig's been in because I'm usually knee deep in the backs of foam pads down here. Yeah, I have to clear. I get the brush out when he's been in. Bless him. So yeah, just a few ideas, and this is what I mean about cutting the aperture. And the idea with, if I just lay this one flat for a second, I'm just going to literally give her a sort of twist round on the twine.
You wind them up, don't you?
Yeah, you basically just wind it before you put it in the envelope, and then you'd pop it in your envelope flat like this. All right, if we can just have a look at that from over the top. There we go, look. So pop it in the envelope flat, and then when the person receives it and they open it, are you ready? She's literally going to twirl round there, and you've got those little bits. You can see some of those little bubbles in there. And then again, we've got that little girl in there. So again, these are not all wound up, but they all do the same. They will all do that little twirl. And you get the front and the back of all the characters as well, so that as they're twirling, you don't just get a plain back. You see those printed papers there?
Yeah.
This one, I must admit, this was a favourite. I'm going to demo the little dolphin first. I love this one. And then inside, you know, you've got those little fishies there.
Love it.
All right. But just one or two ideas. Again, we've got like a double one there using the little girl and the little boy there. So this one opens up and we've got the apertures on both sides. We've got another one with the dolphin there. Okay, so the idea is they've all got those apertures in, look, so you can get that lovely twirly effect going on in there.
Yeah.
And then a couple more. We've got the little mermaid again, and then we've got that little girl in her dungarees. So having looked at those, I'm going to hand back to you for a second, Ben, while I get sorted, and then we'll do a demo with them, shall we? Yeah. I've
got some samples to show you as well. I've wound these up, right? So I'm very excited. So here we go. Here we go. So ready? Woohoo! There we go. So make sure when you do send these out, you wind them up so that they are ready to go. This one here is the Little Mermaid. Again, absolutely amazing. Wound up and ready to go. My little girl loves mermaids at the moment. She's got a mermaid's tail. I must just tell you, she's got like a little mermaid's tail that she wears, and it's got, you can put like a flipper inside it, so when she goes swimming, yeah, she has like the little mermaid costume on and the little flipper. She's very good. She was saying to me yesterday, she's going, there they got that. She's going, Daddy, do you know that they do adult size mermaid costumes? You could be a merman. I was like, yeah, no, I don't know if that's going to be a great look for Daddy, but hopefully you're loving yours. I know that she is. Anyway, moving from mermaids to dolphins. Here we go. Ready? Watch the spin. Absolutely brilliant. I love these. And as I've said, the great thing about these boxes are that you get the opportunity to make a set amount of cards with the papers and the card that you get in there. But then, of course, you've still got the stamps and all the dies that you can use time and time and time again. So for $24.99, that is an amazing buy. And let's not forget with this as well, it's not just the box that you're getting today, because I believe there's a little bit of a special Benny bonus on here. I like that Benny bonus. 100 bonus points if you go for this today. So you pay $24.99, less your 20% if you're a platinum member, and you get an extra 100 bonus points into your club Inspired program. So that is rather amazing, is it not? Must just say a few hellos before we move on to our next item. Jean's in from Louisiana, Jane from Norfolk, Vida from Pasadena, Deneen from Wisconsin. George, why did you say that? Oh, sorry, George just went, oh, Pasadena. She's just geeking out because what's filmed there? The Big Bang Theory. All right. I have no idea. Sarah from Melbourne is in. Daphne from Florida. Tammy from beautiful San Diego. Also with us. Betsy just saying, I so enjoy watching Jan and her fabulous demos. There's lots to come. Deneen saying, these kits are fabulous for retreats or a day at a friend's house. Yeah, absolutely. Great for crafting on the hoof. Great for, you know, when we can get back to visiting friends and family, you know, for sort of sharing and crafting, taking along to, you know, craft classes as well. Pam saying, I use the bee purchased separately, not in the box. We use the Twirling bee with my Tuesday crafty neighbours. And Francesca says, great impression of a dolphin. Ben, you are welcome. If it's impressions you're looking for, you've come to the right place. If it's demos you're looking for and inspiration, you have also come to the right place. Get social with us, Facebook and YouTube. Anything you want to ask, anything you want us to show, and anything you want to share with us, you can do. Talking about sharing, if you've made anything with the Twirling characters, or indeed with the next collection which we're going to bring to you, we would love to see all of your makes as well. You can send those to us at studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Now, I just want to show you this next collection that we've got because it is absolutely glorious. Do you know what? This collection captures perfectly the majesty and the beautifulness is not a word, but I'm going to use it, and the beautifulness of peacocks. It's the Nature's Garden Peacock collection. You may well have seen this before. But it is a brilliant deal today, £63 or $85. If you've been thinking, shall I, shan't I, plump in and go for this today because it is absolutely stunning. Within this collection, you're going to get dies and some beautiful stamps and embossing folders as well. First up, your proud peacock die. That is just absolutely phenomenal. Wait till you see some of the things we'll be showing you over the course of this show. And by the way, if you're looking for some gorgeous cardstock to go with this, I think we pretty much handpicked a cardstock collection of Centura Pearl plural, to bring to you during the show as well. So if it's cardstock you're after to match this, then you are in luck. Again, take a look at this. If you're going to have a collection which has got all the majesty of peacocks in, you've got to have a gorgeous frame. And this flourishing frame, again, so much detail within it. Next up, if you thought you couldn't get better, look at this. Your peacock plumage. I mean, just how gorgeous is that? Even down to the detail of like the eye that you've got in the feather. It's just absolutely phenomenal. And again, your ability to build up your own sort of feather collections there, I think that is gorgeous. Did anyone else as well, when they were kids, collect peacock feathers, or was that just me?
I like collecting feathers full stop.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
What, even now?
They always say if you find a feather,
Yeah.
I know it's a bit of that sort of do you believe or don't you believe, but if you find a feather, it's supposed to have come from heaven, that somebody's watching over you, yeah.
Do you know what? I said that
Yeah.
to my daughter the other day, because we were out and about, and we were sat in my car, we were just about to pull out of a parking space, and a white feather fell out of the sky and landed on the windscreen. I said, that's a guardian angel, that is.
Yes, it's a
Isn't it?
loved one looking over you, yeah.
Yeah.
I like to believe in things like that. It's,
Yeah.
that there's more out there than we know about.
If it was a peacock feather falling out of the sky, that would probably be a bit
Bit
weird,
scary.
wouldn't it? But white feathers, you know, nice. I know peacocks fly, but if a peacock feather fell out of the sky, I mean, that would be a bit. That's not your guardian angel, is it? I don't know what that is. But anyway, no, George. No, listen. Just before I carry on with this, George is saying, let us know if you've ever seen a peacock feather fall out of the sky. I know it's possible, but I don't reckon that will happen to anyone. But here's the other thing, Georgina, we have people who have pet peacocks watching the show right now. I've done the show previously, and we have people sending in pictures of their pet peacocks. So just to let you know, if you get any pictures in of peacocks, you know why. Anyway, carrying on. This feathered corner die, again, absolutely gorgeous. You know, if you want to cut 4 of these out to frame a project. Also, I guess you could use that as a little way to pop in a little tag or something like that to hold that in place. But again, it's the level of intricacy and the detail that you've got with these collections that I love. You've got a gorgeous stamp set with this as well. So your stamp sentiments, your words of inspiration. So the ability again for you to build up some really, really gorgeous sentiments. You've got things like happy birthday, but you've got proud, incredible, fabulous, beautiful. You make me so proud. You are incredible. There's some lovely, lovely sentiments that you can build up. Next, again, this is gorgeous, this pretty plumage stamp. We've had lots on recently as far as all of the pens and pencils that we've got available for you here at Crafters Companion. This is absolutely gorgeous for that, stamping out, having fun with that. That comes with thank you. It comes to, with today is all about you and sending happy thoughts. This next collection that you get, or this mini collection within the collection, is one of my absolute favourites, I think, across the board. This is your Proud as a Peacock, Build a Peacock, really this, isn't it? You've got the ability here to be able to stamp out your own peacock with all of those glorious feathers, and then you've got the corresponding dies to be able to cut this out and build up your own peacock. And I know, Jan, you were saying before the show that did you cut these out of vellum earlier?
Yes, last time I demoed this collection, I actually did all the feathers stamped onto vellum with our quick dry ink pads, and actually built up all the plumage with the vellum, and it looked lovely. Yeah, I ought to have dug it out to bring it with me, didn't I?
Well, yeah, but
it's a bit late now.
I know,
I can't
it's
just
a
nip
little
back
bit.
home, can I?
Well, no, you wouldn't get there and back in time, would you, for the end of the show? You can go back and watch it, though. We'll try and figure out when that was on, and you can go back on YouTube and watch it. And then you do get 2 embossing folders with this one as well. I can't show you the second one, which is a shame because we haven't got a board for it. But I'll try and find you a card with it. But you will get this gorgeous plumage panel embossing folder, and then you're also going to get your Regal Peacock. I don't know, Jan, if you have got a card over there with the Regal Peacock.
I'm actually going to use that embossing folder in one of the demos, Ben.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, so we could have a look at that one later, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So that is coming up. So that's all what you're going to get for £63, which is absolutely amazing. And this, again, just shows you some of the beautiful things that you can make with this. I love this card particularly.
That frame is beautiful.
I know.
You could use that on anything, couldn't you? It wouldn't necessarily have to be to do with peacocks. You could use it for anything. Make a lovely photo frame, wouldn't it?
Absolutely, it would.
Put a photo behind it.
This one here as well, using elements of the feather corner. But I love the fact that the peacock is off the page there, and a little bit of. Well, it looks like that's a spring, but it's not. It's just a little bit of like coiled acetate.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely
that
gorgeous.
corner, I think, has got a bit of a Moroccan feel to it.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. And then here it is. This is the embossing folder here, isn't it? There we go.
That's the one, yeah.
There you are. That one you sort of had to see for yourself.
It's a 3D folder as well, that one.
Absolutely stunning. £63 or $85 for all of that. We'll see some demos with Jan very, very shortly indeed. Now, mentioned that we've got some beautiful Centura Pearl on the show for you as well.
2 of my favourite colours in there.
Oh, now, which ones are your
Which ones do you think?
Which ones are your faves? Got to be the fuchsia.
Fuchsia's one of them.
Fuchsia and I want to say the chartreuse.
Ooh, close. Close.
The royal blue.
No.
I wonder what it could be.
I love the Pacific one. It's got that tealy tinge to it again, hasn't it? You know what I mean, with my pink and my teal.
I can't believe I didn't get them right.
There was only 4 to choose from.
I know. Well, I got the first one.
You knew the first one, yeah.
But you're going to get 10 sheets of each, so 40 sheets. And of course, great colours to go with your Peacock collection. I mean, absolutely spot on, bob on, especially that Pacific as well. That is absolutely gorgeous. £9 or $13 for that collection, which is absolutely amazing. Love, love, love it. Go to our website if you want to see more of the deals, if you want to see what else is coming up. As I've said, we've got more cardstock on the show. We've got loads of stencils on the show for you as well. And we've got an amazing stamping bundle, adhesive bundle. We've got storage. I mean, it is all there for you, absolutely. So do not miss out. Keep those comments coming in as well. Lots of love, by the way, early doors for the boxes. Susan saying, I love these boxes. I'm such a tidy crafter when I'm using them. And talking about this collection, Marilyn on YouTube saying, I purchased most of the Peacock collection separately. So beautiful. Oh, and I love this from Astrid Craft on Facebook saying, Peacock fact. I did some of these. I think the first time I had this on Peacock facts. If you want to send any more Peacock facts, because I've forgotten them all, that would be good. Peacock fact. Did you know that if they're domesticated, they can reach 50 years old?
Oh, wow.
How old can they reach if they... Why? I wonder why that is then, if they're domesticated. Well, yes, brown peacock, sorry, producer George is just saying, have you ever seen a brown peacock? They're called peahens, aren't they, as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the guy that's got all the fancy feathers, isn't it? Yeah, to attract. Yeah, it's got to... Yes, look, I'm here. I'm here, girls.
What does he do again, Jan? What does he do?
Like that. I'm here, girls. Come find me.
That's how I wooed my wife, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, I went all dressed up, and I went, I'm here, Laura, come find me. There's a picture of me and my family on the Crafters TV Facebook page, actually, at the minute, on about how I met my wife on a blind date. But that's another subject. Facebook, YouTube, get in touch. Send in your pictures as well to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. If you've crafted with this or that, we would love to see what you have been up to. Right, let's get over the other side of the studio. What are you going to be showing us? That is fabulous.
Right, we're going to go back to the beginning. We're going to go back to those twirling characters and we're going to do the little dolphin. So I've got the stamp set out here ready and I've got the matching die set. So we're going to work with them both. So I'll show you how it works and then I've got them coloured in at the ready. And I want to show you particularly how to fit that little character into your card.
Yeah.
So I've kept it reasonably basic today because I know sort of Creative Cravings, we're welcoming all our new crafters. Of course, everyone else is welcome, but particularly sort of aiming it at some of our beginner crafters because like I've said many, many times, we all started somewhere. I was a beginner once, many, many moons ago. And sometimes you get these things, you think, yeah, that sounds a great idea. Get it home, and then it's a bit daunting as to where to start with it. So that we just keep it nice and simple today. We're going to do some matting and layering. We're going to cut the aperture, and we're going to show you how to fit the little character into that aperture. So let's do some stamping first. I've actually got my, my bits and pieces ready. I've got the Nina cardstock, which is excellent for stamping and colouring on. I know I was watching Alianne this morning and she was talking about the different cardstocks. This one in particular for using with alcohol pens is lovely. So nice smooth cardstock.
Yeah.
I've also got my ink pad at the ready and then you actually get both the front and the back of your little dolphins or your characters because obviously when they're twirling around you don't want to see just the white at the back of it. So we actually get both pieces of it. So I'm going to stamp them both out there, pop them on there, pick them up with my little platform, and then we'll ink them up. And I've actually got my alcohol proof ink here with me today because I did colour them with alcohol colouring markers.
Okay.
If you want to colour with such as your aqua markers or anything like that, then just make sure that you've got the finesse ink that's got the water brush on as opposed to this one with the alcohol marker on. So just check the right ones. And then literally I'm just going to position that over there. It doesn't matter where these go. And then let that ink just absorb onto the card for a second. And we've got those gorgeous little characters at the ready.
Brilliant.
All right, just missed a little bit at the top there. Yep, maybe didn't get the ink in there. And then you've got the die there to cut out the pieces. So literally, he just fits around the edge here. All right, tape him down, thin metal die, pass it through your machine, absolutely fabulous. Now you might think, well, whoa, wait a minute, this is actually the other way round.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't fit.
So what I would do with this one is cut out your piece first and then turn it over and stamp onto this side. All right, so again, there's a lot of different schools as to whether you stamp first and die cut or whether you die cut and stamp. There's no right or wrong. All I would say is have a go at both, see which works best for you. But for this one in particular, I would recommend die cutting him first, and then you can see that we've got him the right way around. We can turn the die cut over and stamp on this side. So what I've done with those, just to make it a bit quicker for us, is I've done exactly what we've just talked about. I've used my alcohol markers and picked a couple of colours to match the papers in the pad and coloured him in there with a little bit of lilac and a bit of that teal sort of green, jade green in there. So let's have a look at popping it together then. So pop those to one side for a second. I need my aperture die now, so I'm going to use the heart. And what I want to do is cut this. I've just used some papers and some plain from that box. So these are all like I showed you at the beginning with the pattern papers and the plain papers.
Yeah.
And matted and layered. And what I want to do is pop my die in the centre of there. Now I've also taken one of the 6-inch square cards out of that pack as well. So this has been cut to mat and layer on top of here. All right. So you can actually cut all these together if you wish, or I think I showed this trick the other day. If you're not wanting to do them all together, we can actually pop this one on. Oh, I can hear the rain again. Can you hear it, Ben?
I was just about to say,
yeah,
you might
I
be able
think
to
it
hear
started raining again. I can hear it on the roof.
Absolutely pelting it down.
Oh,
So
it's
if
that
you
storm.
Storm Christoph, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, Storm Christoph, yeah, that's what it's
yes.
called. It's actually called that.
I drove up through it earlier. It was not pleasant.
Yeah, so if you hear that, that's what it is.
Got my Gemini plates again. We've got the Gemini Junior out today, so I'm just going to pop that on there, pop my normal thin metal die sandwich, and then let's pop that through our Gemini. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that piece onto the front here and then recut the heart through the card base as well. Now, if you want to stick it on and do it all together, you can do that. But I know sometimes if you're not using a Gemini and your machine's not strong enough to go through all of them, then this is a little trick for doing this. So that's given me my aperture there.
Lovely.
And we're actually going to stick that on now using one of my favourite glues here. We've got our Kalal all-purpose, which have we got this on the show, Ben?
I want to say that we have. It's within, yeah,
I think
it is.
we have,
We've got like a massive bundle. We'll get the details up for you.
When I'm sticking paper or card to card, this is sort of the go-to, I must admit. Love it. So just going to pop this on and give it a second to dry.
We have got that. We're just popping up the details on your screen now. Oh, yes, it's available individually, this one. So $2.99 or $7.95. The all-purpose glue, super handy. A good time to stock up on all of your pieces.
I always think with things like that, whenever I'm ordering anything off the website, I always sort of stick one of those in the basket because it's pennies at the end of the day, you know, and it's something that you're always going to use and it keeps. So I've always got a couple in reserve, even though I've got one in use. There's a couple in the cupboard, and as that one comes into use, I order another one, and so that I've got them at the ready.
Yeah, good
so
idea.
I'm going to just give that a second to dry before we die cut again. And I've also cut another piece to go on the inside of there. So I've picked sort of like the blues and greens for the sea colours. So let's pop that one in there. Pop that one in. So that again's just cut slightly smaller. So those will be 5 3/4 inch squares for that first mat.
Yeah.
and then the second mat on the front will be 5.5. I tend to come down in 1/4 of an inch increments. So what I want to do now is use the die again. Let me just take the tape off that piece there. Keep that bit. This could be used on another card.
Absolutely.
Or if you were watching me on Monday, we actually used that on the inside to stamp our sentiment on one that I'd cut an aperture in, so that comes in handy there. But what I'm actually going to do is if you hold this over the top of here and wriggle it into place, it locks into place. So the cutting edge actually locks into that gap where we've already cut. So I'm going to stick it down again onto the inside there. And again, we talked about sticking your tape to the bit that's going to cut out, so that if for any reason it does snag the card as you take the tape off, it's the bit that's actually coming out, not the bit that's left on your card.
Got ya.
And then what we're going to do is bring the plates back in, and I'm just going to bring that top layer. I don't want to cut through both, all right? So I'm just going to pop that one on and then pop my cutting sandwich on again. Now I've just realised what I've done now. Let me do it this way. So I'm so used to using my Gemini junior plates with my big Gemini that they go in this way.
Oh yes, it won't fit in.
But I'm just realising now that we're Gemini. So I'm going to have to pop it off the edge there because this one's going to go through portrait style. All right, so we'll do it that way. And I've left the card blank hanging out the back because I only want the aperture to go through the front of the card and not all the way through both layers.
It's definitely a
and
Gemini.
Then what I've done...
Producer George just going, you could call it a Gemini. It's definitely
Geminis.
The Gemini. Not a Jimmy as well.
Do you know why it's called a Gemini?
Hey?
Do you know why we called it a Gemini?
It's to do with the the zodiac, isn't it? Signs of the zodiac, the Gemini twins.
Yeah?
2 twins.
But why twins?
Because it does the 2 things, doesn't it? It cuts and embosses.
Excellent.
Hey, look at me.
Excellent, well done.
Do you know what? You know, Jan's obviously a teacher, you know, a couple of years ago. And I felt like I was back in class then for a second. Mosby, what is it called, the Gemini?
Yep. It's because it's a dual function machine. It does 2 things. You're spot on there, Ben. It's a die cutting and embossing machine, and that's how it got its name, the Gemini, which comes quite rightly, like you said, from the zodiac. So you can see now that we've actually gone through both layers. Now you could do this all in one go if you wish. All right, you could, that die in the Gemini certainly would cut through all 3 layers at once.
Yeah.
But I'm just showing anybody that's not using a Gemini, then you might need to do it in the 2 because there's not as much pressure in some of the hand turn machines. So we've got that on the way there. And what I want to do is I want to put my little character in the centre here. So we're going to have this as the twirling character in the centre. So you get the twine in your kit. So again, I'm just going to measure a length of this that's about the same length as my card.
Again, handy that you get the twine, but if you run out of that, you can just use like a cotton.
Any baker's twine or any threads of cotton, anything like that.
Yeah.
Just to pop this in the back. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to stick this into place on the inside. Now you could have actually, if I'd have thought on, I could have trapped this between that layer because obviously we're going to see the tape on the inside now, but just for demo purposes. I'm just going to line that up in the middle there. Pop that.
And also, of course, you can interchange the characters, can't you? All of the characters fit in that aperture.
Yes, they do, yes. So you can either have the heart aperture, or in the other set there was the scalloped oval.
Yeah.
So either way, you can mix and match them with all the characters, yeah.
Brilliant.
And what we were just thinking was, you know, if you wanted to cut another piece of cardstock and pop the aperture in, we could put this over the back just to conceal the workings.
Yeah.
So again, I'm going to pop that reasonably taut and stick it on the inside there, and just make sure that that's stuck down well on the inside. And then what I want to do is pop this one on the front. So I'm just going to grab some little foam pads, I think, to pop that on with. So I'm going to pop either side of the twine. So I'm just going to cut one of those in half so that I can put some up the top there.
Okay.
And a little bit at the bottom.
Lots of lovely messages coming in. Astrid on Facebook, keep those facts coming in. You're doing my own work for me here. The Peacock facts that Astrid Craft is sending in, keep those coming in and we'll use them when we do the peacocks in just a little while, actually. Loving the fact that you, as I say, last time we had this collection on, I actually researched them myself, but I didn't this time. So thank you for doing that. Excellent stuff. Got someone doing some work for me, which is amazing.
So I've just laid him down at the back. This is the reverse one.
Yes.
So I've just laid it down at the back, and then I'm literally going to line this one up and match it on the other side.
Perfect.
Oops. There we go. So we've trapped the twine on the inside. Now I've not done the best job there because he's actually, I've missed him at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
All right, so what I'm going to do is just cut another little bit. And I just want a tiny little bit to fit on the other side of this fin. There we go. So just to trap him, oops, she says, stick it down, Jan. Wrestling with it now under there, it doesn't want to stick down. And then pop that one. So we want him to trap between the string there, the twine. So that's the one stuck down there. And then I've got one of the sentiments out of the stamp set to go with it.
Brilliant.
So go make some waves. I just think that's a really, you know, generic. It could mean anything, that, couldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Go make some waves.
Works
we
perfectly.
could do it. Probably go and make some literally today, Ben.
Oh, yeah, I tell you what. We'll be getting a boat home at the end of the show today.
We were battling snow last week, weren't we? And today we've got the rain. It's and then just that little stamp set, you've got all these extras. Let me just take the top off here so that you can see. And again, I've just stamped these out and coloured them with my markers. But you've got the seaweed in there. You've got the little fishes in there. So you can decorate however you want there. You know, you can pop these in just to add some extra detail. We've got the little fish. We've got the starfish there. Sorry, the shell.
Yeah.
We've got a little starfish going on. So just to make a little scene, we can put the fishes in the background as if they're swimming around and so on. I'll just pop a couple in there. And then we've got those lovely embellishments, which I thought looked like bubbles. I don't know whether that was intended or not.
That's brilliant, yes.
But I just think they look a little bit like bubbles. So we'll pop a couple of these in the background there so that we can see them through the aperture. Whoops.
It's got to be bubbles, isn't it? Surely that is the thinking behind
they sort of really reminded me of sort of bubbles under the ocean. So again, we just pop. There's lots of different sizes there.
I'm sure that they did that on porpoise.
Zooming in on me, aren't you?
On porpoise.
On porpoise, my goodness.
Because it's a dolphin and dolphins are porpoise. That's what the...
And you can see there. So the idea is before you pop it in the envelope is literally to wind him up like so. So it brings the twine taut and lay him flat to go in the envelope. Remember, you've got those matching envelopes in the kit with it. And then the minute someone actually receives it,
yes.
All right, if we can just get a close-up on him there, George. Yep. I'm ready.
Go.
Ready? Twirl, 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 twirl. Yep, absolutely. I just think they're so cute. And the fact, you know, there's a little bit of die cutting, but all the die cuts, apart from the apertures, all the little people and the mermaid and the dolphin will go through the mini. If you were working with, I'm just thinking working with the children, with the grandchildren, they might just need a little bit of help with the apertures if you're putting those through an electronic machine. But a great idea to let them have a play, let them have a colour, and just go with those card making. So that's that first kit for the twirling characters done, okay?
Just brilliant.
Fabulous.
Love that. Absolutely love that. Don't forget as well, we are asking you for your favourite demos in the show. Vote for your demo of the show. I know that's only the first one, but let us know your favourites because, of course, we've got to add your favourite demo to our Crafty Walk of Fame on porpoise. I can't believe nobody laughed.
I love it.
Laughed at that. Don't worry. It's fine. This collection, by the way, is amazing. $24.99. It is with you with an extra 100 bonus points as well. So do make sure that you take advantage of this deal. As we've said, there's so much within this. I'll just let you know again here. You obviously got your dies, you've got card blanks in there, envelopes, you've got your stamps included as well. You've got a coloured card pack, you've got your printed papers, those dewdrops, which are definitely bubbles for the underwater, aren't they? And you've got your twine included in there as well, allowing you to create all of these amazing cards. I love them. Of course, you've got that spinning nature. They're going to twirl around for you as well. I just think you're going to absolutely love these. And of course, once the paper and the card has gone, you've then still got the stamps and dies to use time and time and time again. Loads of you saying how much you love these collections. Molly's saying loving the dolphins. Lisa loving the colour of that particular last demo as well. Sarah on Facebook saying love the dolphins. And Panda Crafts on YouTube just saying I love the way Jan demos in real time for us to take note rather than rushing through them too fast to think what happened. Yeah, that's what I mean. Always very thorough. which is just great. It makes it nice and easy to follow as well. Marilyn loving the colour story in that card. And Tammy saying, great camera shot. I can really see the details. Well, George. So well done, George. Really confusing today because we've got George, producer George, and we've got director George as well. So we're calling them George squared today. It's all really confusing for me. But let's move on. Now, as well as this amazing twirling characters kit, we have got your 3D layering stencils as well. And these are absolutely beautiful. Now, hang on a minute. This is... Hang on, have I got the right ones here? Because this is buy one, get two free, isn't it?
Yes.
Have I picked up the wrong one? Hang on. Don't worry, easily fixed. This is the deal where you buy one, you get...
3 free.
3?
3.
3 free?
3 free.
For 3 for 3?
Yeah, to get my teeth in then, didn't I? 3 free.
And I'll flip these around so you can see them, because obviously at the minute they're quite hard to kind of see what's going on. But these are brilliant. And I've said it once, I'll say it again. If you're wanting a quick, easy craft that's very satisfying and that can produce amazing results first time, stenciling is the way to go. And again, if you are brand new to crafting and you want something that you can get into with next to no bother, stenciling is the way to go. And I love these, right? So you're paying for one, $9.99, and you're getting 3 for free. This should be 40 quid or 47.80. I love these. You're getting, first of all, this gorgeous city skyline, which again, well, you know which the city is there. But basically, you've got 3 different stencils that you layer up to create this absolutely gorgeous 8x8 design. It is really, really gorgeous. And of course, that 3D design gives you that real depth and real dimension for all of these projects. Then, with this collection, you're also going to get your carte postale, which is postcard in French, carte postale. And again, you can see here, it's absolutely gorgeous. You'll see how this works with the... did you like the accent, guys, did you? Le carte postale. Oui, c'est très bien. They're doing French impressions of me now. Stop it, you're putting me off. I'm doing the French accent now. So here we have your carte postale. You've got this beautiful flower. You've got, stop talking French in my ear. You've also got the beautiful postmark on there as well. Hence why that is called the carte postale. Next up is your postmark Paris. And once again, you can see how it shows down here 3 stencils that you build up to give you your fleur de lis. Again, absolutely stunning. So easy to achieve as well. That is the point. This is, as the French say, très facile. Very easy. Well done, producer George. And then you're also going to get, I mean, come on, this is amazing. Le vin française, which is your French vine. And again, look at that. 3 different stencils that you build up to create this finished image. I just think for $9.99, you can't afford not to get these because, and Jan will back me up on this, stenciling is nice and easy to do if you're brand new to crafting, but also it's a quick and easy craft in the sense that you don't have to be that, not organised is the wrong word, but you don't have to be that specific with them, do you?
No, and not necessarily that experienced either. They're a good place to start, and sort of like you might be used to normal 2D stenciling, which is just basically using a stencil flat to create a background, but the 3D stencils actually build up the depth in the image for you. And by using, this is one of the reasons we designed our Spectrum ink range with the 3 depths of colour. So literally, if we've got time, I can fit one of these in towards the end of the show, but you can literally build up the colour and it puts in the definition where sort of the light and shade is. With very, very minimal effort, it literally is just applying ink to card and the stencils do all the work for you. Some fantastic results, yeah.
And once again, if you want to get into stenciling, we've got another stenciling collection for you as well, which is you buy one,
you get 2 free.
You certainly do.
Yes.
And again, I think you're going to absolutely love these because flowers, ever so popular in craft, of course, and these allow you to build up some gorgeous, gorgeous projects. So you're going to get your radiant roses first of all. So as you can see across the top of my little boards here, you've got the 3 different stencils. Choose your colours. Stencil, and then look, you're going to get the ability to be able to create these gorgeous roses which really do jump off the page. Then you're going to get peonies in this collection as well. So once again, you can see the 3 different layers that you build up to create this awesome background scene. It can be the focal point of a project as well if you want it to be. I mean, just so versatile. And of course, the other good thing about stencils is you can use lots of different mediums to be able to create this gorgeous image. And this is the final one that you're getting. Remember, you're buying 1, getting 2 free. This is your delicate daisies, and once again, how gorgeous is that? You buy 1, you get 2 free, $7.99 for that beautiful collection. It really is a stunner. It should be $23.97 or $35.97. We'll see some stenciling in just a little while. Now, with Creative Cravings, we always bring to you a hero tool.
You need a cape for that bit, Ben, don't you?
You said this last week,
Yeah,
Dan.
you need a cape to be your hero, don't you?
Yeah, like a cape.
Yeah, we'll get Bernie to whip you one up.
Bernie, if you're watching, any chance next
Just
week?
volunteered you there.
Yeah. I'm sure we discussed this. I can't believe I haven't had one made for me already.
I know.
And we asked for like a wind effect as well.
That's just twirling with the cape, though. I'm just worried about them those products, Ben.
Oh yeah, it might be. We don't necessarily need a wind machine, just a cape, and we could have someone just stood slightly out of shot, just flapping the cape for me. But anyway, this is not all heroes wear capes, yeah? But anyway, this is not about me, because I'm not the hero. The hero is the hero tool. Now this is available for you in 2 colours. Obviously I have got the black. I think this is also available in a turquoise as well. This is your Ditto Tool Tote. That's not easy to say. $20.49 or $27.99. Honestly, you will know how much stuff you've got and potentially how untidy all of that stuff is. This is a brilliant tote for the fact that you have got pocket upon pocket of space for all sorts of goodies in here. We've got inks in here, we've got gilding waxes in here, we've got glues in here, we've got foils, we've got multitudes of pens and glues and sprays. And as I just spin this around, you can see just how much room you've got for all of your crafty goodies. There's pockets upon pockets. You've got your little see-through pockets at the front there, all elasticated. You've got elastication there for things like your glues, for your scissors, for your tools, for your pens. I mean, seriously, there is so much room in here. And whilst you might be looking at this and thinking to yourself, well, that's jam-packed to the rafters, you can get loads more in here. Let me just tell you, I don't know what Jan's tote bag looks like, but I've seen certain people, and you will know the people that I'm talking about, who can cram a lot more into their tote bags. And the great thing is, when you've got a tote bag like this, you can stuff them full because they're super sturdy, Jan, aren't they? The
person I'm thinking of is very good at dropping it on the floor as well. Bless her.
Who are you thinking of?
Have you ever seen Debbie Robinson's tote bag? Love her to bits. Honestly, the first time I saw it, I'm like, do you need a hand with that, Debs? Because honestly, it was crammed to the rafters. But she had an accident one day going out to the car where she dropped it. And honestly, the whole contents spilt out all over the floor. But that's our Debs down to a T.
What's she like? Oh dear, but yeah, but seriously though, they're handy to have, and these are so super sturdy, aren't they?
They are, honestly, and again, you know, there's pockets within pockets within pockets, aren't there? Sort of like getting everything. I mean, I love to be organised. I like everything to have its place. Not that you would actually believe that if you saw my craft room at the moment, but yeah, just having a home for everything so that you can just reach for it makes life so much easier. And again, hopefully we'll be on the move again at some point, you know, where you can take these out to classes and to props and things like that. Brilliant. Yep.
Super handy if you're getting organised. If that was the New Year's resolution to get yourself sorted out, you could do a lot worse than this. I think they're brilliant, really, really do. And again, nice sturdy handle, this nice and comfortable. So when you do get to kind of Debbie Robinson levels of cramming your tote full, I mean, seriously, these would be great if you get a couple of these. If you're trying to, like, you know what? Get fit this new year as well.
Home gym.
You've got a home gym, you've got all your craft stuff in there. I'm not kidding you. These are multifunctional. And if you're not so keen on the black, we've also got the turquoise available for you as well. Here it comes. So if you fancy a bit of colour as well, you've got that there as well. So, I mean, that is just gorgeous, isn't it? Lovely, lovely colour. Super handy to have. Don't miss out on that deal because that is today's Hero Tool. Right. Any questions you've got, make sure you throw those our way because we will put those to Jan. Thank you, Astrid Craft, with all of the Peacock facts coming in. I will definitely use those when we get onto the Peacocks in just a bit. And also send in your pictures too, of course, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk of anything that you've been making recently. Eyes on particularly the craft box and also the Peacock collection, or any stenciling that you've done that we can share with everybody else.
Yeah, we'd love to have a look at all the others. Yeah,
it's
good for getting inspiration as well, because we have to get our ideas from somewhere, we do.
Now I know! And I thought you came up with everything by yourself.
Right, so I'm going to use some elements then from this Peacock collection, that's the one.
Yes.
So get my teeth in straight. So I picked just sort of part of the collection to work with, and I've gone for things that are maybe not as obvious, because obviously we can cut the peacock out, we can stick him on to the front of our card. But what I chose for this one was the 6-inch embossing folder. So we're going to use the peacock background on there. I've got one of the sentiment steps. I've got somebody else's teeth in, I think, this afternoon, Ben. The sentiment sets. And then I've chosen the plumage. I love these feathers. We're going to die cut some of those. And then I'm just going to use this corner here out of the stamp set. So yeah, you can stamp out the peacock, you've got the little feathers, but I actually want this corner, and we're going to use this to make part of our background with. So let's take those out first. I'm going to bring in the stamping platform this time because I want to rotate my stamp and stamp each corner. So again, I've got a piece of card ready for the centre, which is 5 1/4 inch square. So what I need to do is make sure that I've got this in the centre of my grid. So 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6. So let's just move it that way. 2, 4, 5, right, there we go. So that looks about centre to me. And the reason I want it in the centre is for the actual rotation of the stamp. So I'm going to use the corner, and I'm just going to line it up with one of the corners. So we'll move the magnets down for a second. I'm literally going to line it up with that corner. And then if I've got my card in the right place, by rotating my mat, my stamp platform, it will go in all 4 corners.
Got ya.
Yep, so I've taken one of the quick dry ink pads, and we've got a selection of these on the show this afternoon. I've chosen green topaz because it goes beautifully with my Pacific Centura Pearl, which I said was one of my favourites, and we're going to die cut out of this. So this was a really nice match in the ink. So just taking that to the stamp, nice little acrylic stamps, there's so much detail on them, and literally pop that in the corner there. So press it down, let that ink transfer, and just look at how much detail there is just in that one stamp.
Perfect.
And then I'm going to continue. I'm not going to move the card, I'm going to move the platform. So again, pop that there, and we had it this way, so I'm going to rotate 90 degrees now.
Yeah. And
we should hopefully, if I've got my card in the right place, actually get this in the next corner at the ready. Okay. Whoa, did it right.
Woohoo.
So let's move those up a wee bit. So again, I'm going to keep the cardstock again in the same place, and we're going to move 90 degrees again and just keep rotating. So we started here, we've gone to this one. If I bring it again, we're going to get this bottom left corner, and then I need one more to go in that bottom right. All right, and it's just an easy way, if you've got the card anchored, as long as you make sure it's central, then this will work with this kind of platform. So we just need to bring it to that bottom one now, and we've got that in each corner. So this is actually going to be part of the background, but I just wanted some of that imagery showing.
So much detail, isn't it?
Honestly, it's lovely in its own right, isn't it? I mean, you could just put a greeting in there, and that could be your card. Bit of matting and layering, and that could be your card. You could put that lovely peacock in the centre that we started out with, the proud peacock. But I'm actually going to build this up and make some mats and layers with it. So again, we've just got card blank that I've made out of Centura pearl this time, and this one is 5 3/4 square. So this is sort of the largest square card that you can make out of a piece of our UK A4 cardstock. If you want anything bigger than this, it's either piecing it together or using A3 as your starting base. But I've done a piece of A4, cut it down, and what I'm going to do is actually pop, again, a little bit of black behind here. So you can see just when we pop that onto the black there, it just lifts it. If I put it straight onto here, it's fine, but it almost gets lost in the card blank. Whereas if you pop just that tiny little bit of black behind it, it's amazing how it lifts it off the card and makes the difference between drawing your eye onto the layer rather than the card blank. So pop those to one side for a second, talk you through the next bit. So that lovely, I love this embossing folder. Now this is a 2D embossing folder. The other one in the collection is 3D, and we'll talk about the difference with those when I get the other one out later. But this one, I've actually passed some of that beautiful fuchsia card from that collection that we've got together. Cut a piece that's slightly smaller. It doesn't have to be the size of the embossing folder. You can extend an embossing folder to make it bigger, or you can cut your card smaller. So I wanted a smaller piece, and I've literally just passed that through there. Can we pick up the...
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Oh, he's coming in close.
Oh,
where are we? There. Look at that.
George is zooming in.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
You see that gorgeous design with all the feathers on there? An absolutely gorgeous colour card. And again, I've just popped it onto a piece of black just to raise it up. So let's have a look then. We need the card blank, we need the black background. I'm going to take my collal glue again there and just stick these together so that they can be drying. And then we're going to cut out some of that plumage using some scraps of the Pacific Centura pearl, and then I've got a little bit of turquoise off a project that a different project that I was doing, which just fit in nicely with the colours. So again, we'll pop that on there and let that one dry for a second, and then this is going to be my middle layer here. So I'll just let that one dry while we do a bit of die cutting. So what I want to do now is take that lovely plumage set with these feathers. These are beautiful, and they're a good size as well. So this is what they look like on there, and I wanted this one and this one.
The collection for the cardstock, by the way, is bottom of your screen. There you go. Just thought I'd give you a quick fan of that, like a peacock showing his train of feathers. There you go. There's the beautiful cards that you get, 40 sheets. It's £9 for the lot. So you get your royal blue, the gorgeous fuchsia, Jan's fave, your chartreuse, and your Pacific as well, Jan's fave.
I love them all, to be honest, because that's chartreuse. Is it chartreuse? Chartreuse.
Is that
love
right?
That one as well,
Chartreuse?
and they actually work together beautifully. They really do. I've got the royal blue and the chartreuse, I never know how to pronounce it, in the next demo for the peacock, so we'll have a look at those in a little while.
Awesome. Yeah,
So
if you say it with conviction, I can find you can get away with it.
Cut those out at the ready.
Chartreuse, £9 or $13 is your deal on that. So yes, worth adding into your basket with your main collection. Just a couple of facts from Astrid, may as well use these whilst they're here. Peacock facts. A group of peacocks is called a harem.
Ah.
Not a bevy, a harem, apparently. A bevy, did he say? Oh, right, okay, fair enough. And a group of peafowl, oh, here we go, a group of peafowl. Oh, no, sorry, a group of peafowl is called a harem. Maybe it's peacocks that are bevies.
Right.
Interesting.
See, it's like everything, it's educational, this show, isn't it?
Well, it is when I read the facts out correct, Jen. When I don't, it's very confusing.
Right, so all we've done then is cut a couple of those, which I'm just going to pop those last little pieces out there. But again, absolutely, if we just have a look at these, you can see, and again, in that Centura pearl, beautiful. And then this one was just a scrap of turquoise. It's actually from one of those 12 by 12
That's gorgeous.
pads, but just beautiful.
For the
aren't
eye
they?
in there.
And literally, I wanted those to be sort of a bit of a focal point.
Yeah.
All right. So what I've done is I've done exactly the same. So this is the one that we've just cut here. Yep. And then this is the one in the Pacific. Just popped a little gem on there to pick up that fuchsia pink. And then we're going to pop those as part of the focal point on the card. And then the last set was the stamp set there. And you can see that lovely happy birthday. I've just stamped that out and used one of our nesting dies to cut out the happy birthday sentiment to go on the front there. So I wanted to keep it fairly simple. So let's pop this together then. So that should have dried off now. We'll pop that one onto our card blank. And again, it will fit because it's square. I think we'll go sort of tent fold this time and have the fold at the top. So that one's cut to fit on there. Just wanted a little bit of that black showing to lift it from the card blank. I've put foam pads on the back of this layer to raise up that embossed piece. And then we're just going to create a focal point on the front with the sentiment and those feathers, and keep it as simple as that. You know, even though it's a peacock collection, we've got hints of that throughout this, but not actually the peacock himself's not made an appearance yet.
Do you know what as well? I might be wrong in saying this, but I know in craft we see a lot of butterflies, don't we? And we see a lot of flowers.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there are lots of collections out there where you get feathers, and as much as we've been talking about feathers and how beautiful they are and how nice it's when when you see like a feather falling out of the sky, you don't. I just don't think you see a lot of feathers in craft. This is a nice kit, particularly those dies that you just showed us.
And you could do these. If you didn't want to go down the peacock theme, you could still use the feathers. I'm just trying to think of the saying that it's when feathers are here, angels are near, I think it is. Yeah. And I've got a box frame at home, and it's actually, talking about the white feather again, we found it, and it's laid in the bottom of the frame, and I've actually got that done in one of those deep box frames at home, because we lost my mum a few years back. Aww. So I always like to think that she's looking over us and keeping an eye on us. All right, so I'm just going to pop these behind. I'm having trouble with my teeth today. I think I brought the wrong set. Honestly, it must be that False Teeth Wednesday today, I think.
False Teeth Wednesday.
I think I've left a good set at home. I'm not kidding. Right, and I'm just literally going to slot those in behind the sentiment there. They're all laughing at me in the gallery now. So literally just one. Yeah, we're not doing creative cravings. We're having False Teeth Wednesday now. So again, we've got that lovely stamp just to create the background there, just to draw your eye in, and then bring in this as the focal point to make, if I pop it up this way, you can see there, nice and simple, just using elements. We've used 4 elements from that collection there, and then later on I've got the one with the 3D embossing folder to show you as well. False Teeth Wednesday.
Welcome to Crafters TV. You're watching False Teeth Wednesday.
Oh dear.
Wow, brilliant demo. Love that. It's a brilliant collection as well. Lots of love for that demo. Already lots of you voting on your demo of the show. Remember, we're going to fit in at least a couple more, I would have thought, so hang fire on those. But Ro loving all the tips on the show. Regina saying, I love those corner stamps and the embossed pink cardstock. That cardstock, of course, you can get within the cardstock collection that we've got. And lots of love for Jan today as well. Marilyn on YouTube saying, Jan, you make us feel like we can all create gorgeous cards like you. Good.
I'm glad. I'm doing my job right then, because that's what I'm here for, and I want everybody to be able to feel that they can join in and they can do these makes. That's good.
Suzette Sue's on Facebook saying, I'm going to make that card, Jan. Thank you for the idea.
Excellent.
And Karen K. Lovell on Facebook says, confession. This is the first time I've caught a demo with Jan.
Oh.
And I have to say, brilliant.
Oh,
you make it so easy to follow and it doesn't feel like you're in a race.
Good. I'm glad. As I say, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
And the last thing I would want to do is come here and do sort of like all these brilliant demos and people think, well, I wouldn't be able to do that. That's not my job. My job is to bring you in and be able to do this. We want you to get these products home and be able to use them, not sit them in the drawer and don't touch them because you don't think you can do it. It literally, and like I've said many times before, particularly with metal dies, if I buy a new set of dies, the first thing I do is cut them out of some old cardstock or some scraps that I've got left to see what they look like. Because sometimes they look different when you cut them out to what they do in a piece of metal. Get them there, and then I keep those sometimes in the back of the packet, so I've got them as a reference. And you've got them to lay out then on your designs as well. So if you're sort of planning something, you can lay them out so that you've got an idea of what they look like.
Brilliant. Yeah. Keep those comments coming in. Anything that you want to ask as well, we would love to have those questions. Some lovely comments coming in. Where was this one? We were talking about feathers falling out of the sky earlier on. And I said, didn't I, about peacock feathers, you'd be a little bit worried. And you guys were laughing at me. Panda Crafts on YouTube just saying, if I was walking down the street, Ben, and a peacock feather flew down, I would be a little concerned. Me and you both. I mean, I don't mind a little white feather fluttering out of the sky, but if a big peacock feather, because you would be concerned, like if a peacock
You would be
feather,
concerned. I mean, like, it's like one thing when seagulls are up there, but not a peacock.
Exactly right. Jan knows. Can you imagine? You're walking down the road, there's a massive peacock up there. Goodness me. If you were a stately home looking round, George, they would be, the peacocks would be there doing the thing on the, they wouldn't be, would they? They're generally doing... I know, but you're not getting the point here. If it's a white feather, it's quite nice, it's guardian angel. If it's a peacock feather, it's a bit worrying, is all I would say. You know what I'm talking about at home. No, you know what I'm talking about. White feather, nice, guardian angel. Peacock feather, a little bit scary. Anyway, let us move on and have a look at the pictures that you have been sending us to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Lovely Mary. Thank you, Mary, for sending this in. Absolutely love this. Using the Peacock collection. That is absolutely gorgeous. And the thing is, so many different ways to be able to use these. As you will see, Susan has just sent in a gorgeous picture as well. So this is using that gorgeous, we're just going to see it now as it comes up. This gorgeous peacock die, which is in the collection, absolutely gorgeous as a centerpiece for your card. You don't need to do much more. Absolutely love that. You are fabulous, darling. Great. And then we've got some pictures coming in with the twirling characters from our sub box number 31, which is on the show. These are absolutely brilliant. Do you know what I love about that as well is combining the two. So you've got your little mermaid there in the second of the two apertures that you get. And I love the fact that you've just popped the dolphin to the side as well, giving that a real sort of under the sea sort of theme, which is just great. Karen, love that. Thank you so much. Please keep sending in your pictures because we love to have a nose at what you've been up to. Like Jan was saying, it's great to be able to share the love and share some even more inspiration, you know, not just the inspiration that you get from us, but inspiration from you guys as well. We are on Facebook, of course, on YouTube, and studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. A couple more little comments here. Yvonne on Facebook says, Jan empowers me with her demos. I can do this. Yes, you can.
You can.
Yeah, you can.
You can. Everyone can have a go. That's what we want. Everybody to join in. And please send us your makes. Don't be afraid. Send them in and let us have a look.
Oh, and by the way, just talking about everybody can craft, I don't know if I'm supposed to mention this or not, but a little sneak peek. I'm going to be joining Craig tomorrow on his wake-up call, and he's going to be getting me to do a bit of crafting.
Oh, how exciting. Oh, I might have to tune in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Tune in for some inspiration from me or probably a bit of a laugh. And Shannon on YouTube says, I love this collection. Finally got a chance to work with it for my friend's 55th birthday. She loves peacocks. Well, that is amazing. And again, it's the kind of collection that you will use for so many different celebrations, anniversaries and beyond. I cannot believe we have only got about 50 minutes remaining. Where the timer's gone, I don't know, it's flown by. Just like that peacock dropping its feathers out the sky. Here's some more details about Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year. plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order and will ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the Crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
There you go, all the information that you need, and it kind of goes to show, I know most of you know all about that already, but it's good, isn't it, that wherever you are within Club Inspire, it means you'll never pay the price that is on the screen because you're always getting that discount. And I know there's loads of you who have gone platinum, double platinum, triple platinum, and I'm sure we had someone messaging a while back saying they were 11 times platinum, which is just amazing, amazing. Let us know, that's interesting, in the comments as well. Where are you on, as far as your Club Inspire journey is concerned? Where are you? Are you new to us? Are you sort of, you know, bronzing or silvering? Are you golding? Or are you platinum / are you like 20 times platinum or something? Who's the furthest up that kind of Club Inspire? Not as a competition, but I'd just like to know.
Who's the top of the tree?
Who's the top of the tree when it comes to Club Inspire? Facebook, YouTube, and of course we're going to be asking for your votes as well on your favourite demos very shortly, because rapidly heading towards 6 o'clock. Now, the stencils is what I want to show you, because we're going to have a look at those with Jan in just a few moments' time. These are brilliant because actually it's such, as we said, an easy craft. It's one of those crafts as well where you don't have to be somebody who has to kind of like measure things. If you don't like measuring and kind of being specific with your particular craft, then this is brilliant because you've got your, in this case, 3 stencils, which you can just pick your colours, go to town with it, have a lot of fun, layer up your 3 stencils as you're seeing on the packaging there, to be able to create this overall finished project, which is great for, you know, backgrounds, or great as a focal point for your card as well. So you're going to get your delicate daisies. Also in this collection, I mean, who does not love a rose? These are the Radiant Roses. So again, you can see the 3 different stencils that you get to build up this beautiful finished project just here. And then, last but by no means least, you've got your peonies, your pretty peonies as these are called. And once again, you can see, very self-explanatory. Choose the colours that you want to go with, layer them all up, and then you come out with this finished project. It's so simple. And again, even if you're thinking to yourself, well, hang on a minute, I don't know which stencil goes where, they're even numbered for you. So it does make it really, really easy. This is a really inexpensive way to get into a really addictive craft, particularly today, because today you buy one,
You get, sorry, I was miles away then.
Oh, sorry.
Can we do, I was just about to get my stencils out. Do that again then.
I threw that on you, that was my fault.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You get 2 free. Because today is a particularly good time to buy, because you buy one,
You get 2 free.
yay!
I'm on it.
We did it. So all 9 you get, I mean it's 3, but you obviously get 3 within each set, so 9 for $7.99. That is a tremendous buy. So to show you how easy it is, I think we're going to look at these now. Which ones are you going to go with?
I've picked the delicate daisies
Lovely.
because I love, one of my favourite flowers is a gerbera, which is part of the daisy family. A gerbil. A gerbera.
Is it part of the daisy family, is it?
It is, yes, not part of the hamster family. So yeah, delicate daisies we're going to go with, and you get 3 separate stencils,
Yep.
okay? And we were talking earlier about a 2D stencil and a 3D stencil. So the bottom one here, which is this number 3, if I show you this one, let me just show you against there so that you can see the design, is actually what you would class as a 2D stencil. So I could use that and make a background using that to then work with on a project, just flat stenciling.
Yeah.
But what we're going to use is the other two pieces in conjunction with it, which makes it 3D because we're adding depth and shading to that design. So let me show you what I mean by doing that. So again, I've gone back to my Nina cardstock and I've chosen lots of different ones of my quick dry inks. For stenciling, I found that they really work well.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape the stencil to my card to the stencil, and I'm going to start with, if you have a look just on there, you can just see here we've got a 1, a 2 and a 3.
A 1.
So I'm going to start with number 1. And it's literally like stenciling by numbers.
Yeah.
Now, you might think, well, hang on a minute, Jan, we've got a stencil here that's about 5 by 7 inches, and I've got a square piece of card. But this is me. I don't do things in the box. I like to be out of the box. So we're going to work on a square, and then I'm going to do something different to it when we've finished. But the principle is the same. So what I want to do is actually just get both of those flowers. So I'm looking at the top here and the bottom, and centre them roughly on my card. So I've got equal amounts each side, and I'm going to use some of the low tack tape just gently to make that stay in place.
Okay.
All right. And then what I've done is I've chosen some colours. So again, artistic license. I know most daisies are white, but my daisies are going to be blue.
Why not?
So I've chosen baby blue and ocean blue from our quick dry collection. All right, so and I take one of the blending tools, which again we've got on the show. So again, whether you like to use the rectangular ones or the round ones, both of them will do this. If you've got the little ink daubers, it will work with this. And I've also got a piece of the, we used to use this a long time ago. This is called cut and dry foam.
Oh, yeah.
So if you've got any of that in your stash, again, you can use this to apply ink. I'm going to use that for one of the colours. It's just what I happen to have in my drawer that had been used for that colour. So I'm going to start off with the light one, and literally come from the edge of the stencil. I want to try and avoid the middle area because I don't want blue in the middle. So from the petals here, I'm literally just going to brush in with that sponge applicator.
Yeah.
And I'm going to spin. This is where the board would come in
rotating board.
handy from this morning, Ben. I was
Hey.
watching you this morning.
Coming back later.
I've got it on later, I think. We're back for the craft vault. We're opening the craft vault, aren't we, at 7 o'clock? It's my first craft vault, Ben.
Oh, is it?
Yes, I'm very excited tonight. I'm
Hey.
back again at 7.
It'll be fast and furious.
Will
and,
it?
Do you know what the deal is with the craft vault? But if you missed it earlier on, we've got some amazing products on the show. Lots of items were flying out the door earlier. So you buy one product, you get the second for a penny.
I couldn't believe it. I was
I
watching
know.
you this morning before I left to drive up, and I was like, wow. Because I know how much some of them products
I
cost.
know.
Having worked in the store, I know exactly how much some of those products cost, and there are some fantastic deals on there.
We had one set on there. It was a set of nesting dies. So I think there was like the butterfly nesting dies, which were worth $24.99.
The multimedia ones,
Yeah, the multimedia ones. And then you got the triangular ones, which are worth $24.99 for a penny.
It's crazy,
Penny.
isn't it?
If that's still in
Madness.
stock, we'll bring that back to you at 7 o'clock. We'll be doing that. Unbelievable. It is madness.
So again, we're just almost round the edge there, and that's all I want to do on that layer. I'm going to come back to that layer at the end, all right, because I want to add a bit of depth to it, but I want to see where the rest of it's going first.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave my blue to one side, and I'm going to take this layer off. So again, just because we tacked it on with the low tack tape,
Yeah.
we can just peel that one back, and you can see how we've got so far there.
Yes.
All right. So then I'm going to bring in, I want to do the centres of the flowers, and I've got a little bit of blue going on here, which I didn't really want, but we'll work with it. So I've chosen straw bale, and I think a lot of these are on the show today. I've got orange and I've got friar brown. So this one's the palest yellow, orange, and then the brown one is the mid-tone from the brown. Again, just to create some depth. So again, I'm going to swap out my blender for the yellow tones, and then I want to find number 2. So it's fairly easy to line them up because I can see where the centres of the flowers are here.
Yeah.
So let me just move that up so you can see there. And I can see where I've got caught it a little bit with the blue. So I'm just going to line those up as so, and then I want the tape off there just to line it back up again. So we'll just do one side, and then I'm going to use the yellow first. So again, just pop in this centre area to create the centres of the flowers. We might get a little bit of green shading going on there
That's
because
all right.
I've got a bit of blue in it. So all I want to do is just pick up, and all I'm doing is literally loading up my ink on the applicator here and then just swirling it round. You know, anybody could have a go at that. It really is straightforward.
I know, honestly, I just think it's one of the most achievable crafts. You know,
And you get a stunning result for very little effort. You really
exactly
do.
Right.
So again, I've now gone to the orange one. And what I want to do with the orange is just bring in from this bottom edge here.
Yeah.
I'm just going to bring a little bit of the orange in here, just to give it a little bit of depth going on so that we've got a bit of dimension when it's finished. You know, and if you want to see how it looks, if you've got this on a hinge, you know, you can lift it and see where you're heading with it, so you can see there. And then I'm also going to just add, just to take it a shade darker, I'm just going to go with the brown one as well. And again, just very, very lightly towards that bottom edge. Hardly any ink there.
Yeah.
Just towards that bottom bit. So
are they
that's
easy
my
to clean,
centres.
these stencils? If you get any ink on them, are they easy to clean?
Dead easy to clean. Either you can use a wet wipe, you can use a piece of kitchen paper that's been damped with some water, or you can use, I know a lot of people are into the microfiber cloths now, they work great.
Brilliant.
So anything like that. Because even though it's a quick dry ink, it won't dry on the stencil because it's non-porous. So it'll stay settled on the top of the stencil. So just on here as well, we've got the stems of the flowers. So again, I've picked out a couple of the greens. So I've got the grasshopper for the lighter tone.
Just to say as well, with Jen using the grasshopper, details at the bottom of your screen of our quick dry Peacock collection, you will get with this. Your grasshopper does come with it. You're also going to get your orange, you've got your fuchsia, you've got everyone's favourite, the lemon tonic. Everyone loves that one. You've got your crushed velvet, and you've then also got your ocean blue. So all 6 of those for $23.50, which is rather good. $23.50 or $33 is the deal on that today, which is your sort of specific Peacock collection, if you like. Some lovely colours in there.
So you can see where we've got to so far. You know, you might want to leave it there. That's absolutely fine. Just because there's a third stencil doesn't mean you have to use 3. You might not want a background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up with one side. And then this particular one is a repeating stencil, so we can actually line it up and carry on inking. So again, I want to use the sandstone this time, which is fairly light in colour. I don't want the background to overtake the bits in the foreground. So again, little bit of this on, and I'm just going to turn it so that I can get, and what I want to do is look between the petals. I don't want to put all this over the top. You can, if that's what you want to achieve, go for it. But I actually just come in and looking where the petals finish, and I want the sort of brown to just nudge up to the edge there. And again, all I'm doing is tapping the ink pad, picking it up on here and just swirling it. If you go around in a circular motion, you're sort of catching the holes in the stencil from each side. So you're getting sort of an even coverage. Again, some people like to pounce through the stencils, doing it this way, however you prefer.
Pounce, there's
Pounce.
Did you use that? You must have been you that used that word last
Technical
weekend.
term.
Pouncing.
Pouncing.
Yeah.
All right. And then I'm just going to pick up a little bit at this side to see where the pattern is. But then if I take this off, because this one's a repeating pattern, I can literally, move it along, and I can line it up now with the bit I've already done, just gently there.
Oh, so backgrounds for all sorts of sizes then?
Yeah. So, you know, it doesn't have to be the same size as the stencil. And then I'm just going to finish off, and again, trying to avoid where the petals are. I just want it to be surrounding it, sort of to give it like a frame. I think that's about it. And you can see there that we've got that lovely background piece going on. And then the very last bit, I said I was going to come back to the first one. Right, so I want the slightly darker blue now, and then I need my blue piece back here. And then I'm just going to line this one up again, which is dead easy. You know, you can see where I've been to it because I know where it's all fit now. What I want to do is bring some of that darker blue just from the bottom here. Round the edge of the petals. And again, you don't have to be an artist to do this. I'm literally just swiping it in there from the bottom. I want the tips of the petals to sort of be a slightly darker shade than the rest of it. So again, just bringing it in from the edges like so. And then we're just, you know, no, nature's not a perfect sort of thing. I mean, sometimes flowers have got petals missing and you know, it doesn't matter. But then when we take this away and make the reveal, I just think that in its own right is stunning.
Gorgeous.
You know, a piece of artwork, you could actually frame that and literally just a little sentiment in the corner, absolutely super. But what I'm actually going to do now, you know me, I like to do something different. So I'm actually going to chop it up now.
What?
Yeah, I'm going to chop it up. Honestly, I've got my piece of artwork there, but I'm going to chop it up. And this is what I ended up with at home. So this is what it looked like in one piece.
Yeah.
And then I've actually chopped it.
Yes.
All right. And I've mounted it just on some plain yellow, just to give it that little border again.
Get canvases like that now, don't you?
What we call sort of like, it's called a triptych, which is your sets of 3, just to make it that bit different. So I've got a background piece at the ready, which is just my beloved craft card. You know I love my craft card. Piece of turquoise. Let's have a little look. She's just saying she thinks I'm the wrong way around. It's the middle one, I think, that's upside down, George. Thank you. There we go.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah, otherwise my stem would have been up at the top, wouldn't it? I'm talking to her in my ear now. People think I've gone crazy. I'm like this at home. My husband will say to me, "Are you talking to me, Jan?" "No, I'm talking to myself." He's like, "Well, how do you talk to yourself?" I said, "Well, I'm used to having somebody talking to me in my head. You know, I've got voices in my head. And I can say that legitimately. I'm not really going silly." So I've got foam pads on the back of here again. I wanted to raise this layer. So the plain cardstock, again, talk about those 12 by 12 pads. They're a staple in my book. The turquoise is from the Cool Tones. And then the lemon, I think, is from the, are they summer ones, I think?
Summer tones, isn't it? I think
Yeah,
it is,
something along those lines. So again, I'm just going to leave pretty much the same border all the way round. I'm going to put the 2 outside ones on first, and then that will show me how much room I've got left in order to centre that middle one then. And then I've just chosen a sentiment from one of the stamp sets that I've got at home. It's one of the, I love them, the sentiment stamps that have got all the different sentiments in different fonts I absolutely love. So I'd pick Just For You.
Yeah.
And I've stamped that out at the ready. Just again, keep it nice and simple. So, you know, you could have just matted and layered this piece on the card and it would have looked just as nice. But you know me, I like to do something a little bit different with
Next
everything.
level.
So although it's, you know, it wasn't difficult, all I've done is made sure that my piece of cardstock was divisible by 3.
Yeah.
So this is 6 by 6. So I've just chopped it into 2-inch strips and then literally matted and layered it onto a bit of that lemon just to lift
really
it.
well.
So literally, you've got that design then. And then I've just got little sentiment there just for you. Again, I've been very big, I think, at the minute on thinking about people, you know, that are maybe at home on their own. And little card just saying just for you or thinking of you, just to cheer somebody up. All right, so that one, there we go. And that's just for you.
Gorgeous.
So just a bit different. So I'm just going to flip it round and stand it up for our George there. Look at that, is on it. Just for you. So this was the one in its entirety when we did the actual stencil. And then literally all I've done is cut it into 3 2-inch strips and just sort of elongated it a little bit to give it a different look.
Just amazing.
Fantastic.
Loads of lovely comments coming in. So remember, we'll recap on all of Jan's demos in just a little while, but that's the 3rd full demo. So if that's your favourite, let us know in the comments. But certainly a lot of love for that. Shannon saying, I love the flowers. Suzette Sue saying, love the flowers, just love the whole card. Wasn't it great as well when she sectioned it up into the 3 little columns? Just added that extra kind of touch. Teresa saying that would make great home decor. Yeah, like I was saying, you can get those canvases now, can't you? Like the canvases that are split into 3, which just look great on your wall at home. Beth saying, wow, I was so mesmerised by Jan's demo. I wasn't even looking at the comments. Looks amazing. And Marilyn on YouTube saying, we just have to save all of Jan's classes. That's it, period. Yes, absolutely. I love that expression. I love that American expression, period. Yeah. And also, just before we recap on these, I was asking before where everyone is as far as the Club Inspire membership is concerned. I mean, this is a real eye-opener. I know there's so many platinum members. So we've got Rebecca, who says I'm platinum. Yvonne, who says, I made my first purchase on October the 15th last year, so October the 15th, 2020. I was platinum in only 6 weeks. I have no idea where I am now. All I know is that I keep buying. We've then got Shannon on YouTube, who's 3 times platinum, Clarice, who's 4 times platinum, Beth, who's 4 times platinum, and let me know if you can beat this. Suzette on Facebook, 16 times platinum.
Oh my days.
16 times platinum.
That is scary.
That is, I mean, that is dedication to the cause. If anybody can beat 16 times platinum, not that it's a competition, I would love to hear from you. But that is awesome. It's so nice that you love all of the products that we have here, that you just have to keep buying and keep buying and keep buying. And this is another one of those collections, isn't it? Now you've seen it in action as well. And, well, actually, you don't have to spend the earth for this. $7.99, because you buy one, you get...
Sorry, I was cleaning up again. You know, he does.
I'm doing it on purpose.
He doesn't give me any warning whatsoever. I'm like, I'm busy cleaning away my mat here, and he's like, all of a sudden, hey, you buy one? I'm thinking, that's me again. I missed it. Go on.
You buy one,
you get 2 free.
Yay! And here they are. You've seen how easy it is to use, and you've seen the results that you can produce with this collection. So let's just say, for example, you're buying your pretty peonies. We will then give you for free the delicate daisies, which you saw there in that demo. Absolutely stunning. You know, and this is the point, isn't it? You can choose your colours. You don't have to go with your traditional colours. You can go with whatever you want to use. You can create your own flowers, your own colours of roses as well, because you get the radiant roses included too. 3 different stencils to give you that real depth and dimension, that real amazing kind of jump out and hit you in the face kind of effect that you get with these. So your roses, your daisies and your peonies for $7.99 or $11.99. That is just a phenomenal collection, and honestly, it's one that I'm sure you will love using time and time again. Now, talk about great items and items that you are absolutely loving. This craft kit, I just think is brilliant. This is craft kit number 31, all right? And I know so many of you who who've got all of these, you know, because they're just so super handy. If you're somebody who's looking for a gift idea to give to somebody who loves their craft, this is absolutely perfect. If you are somebody who wants to get into crafting but you don't want to spend a huge amount of money, again, this is absolutely perfect. And they're also great that if you want to just kind of get a little bit of a dip a toe in the water as far as a particular craft or a particular range is concerned, then these are absolutely perfect, because this one is your Twirling Characters collection. We'll unbox it with Jan in just a few moments' time. But what you get with this, it says on the front you've got the ability to make, let me just double check, it usually does, yeah. So it makes a minimum of 24 cards, right? Because you're going to get in there your coloured card pack, you're going to get your printed paper, you're going to get your card blanks in there as well. So 24 card blanks, that's why it says a minimum of 24 cards. But then you've got to remember, within that kit, you're then going to get all your dies, which you're going to be able to use forever, you know, as long as you don't break them. You've got all your stamps in there as well. So yes, this kit will make 24 cards, but actually then you've still got the stamps and the dies to use, you know, after you've used all of the consumables. It's a really cute collection. Let me just wind these up very quickly. It's a really cute collection for the fact that you've got these really amazing twirling characters that once you've made your little card, obviously pre-twirl them before you send them out, and then when the recipient opens them up, whee! You get the little twirl. So you've got the little guy in there. I've got to do them all very quickly. You're then also going to get your little mermaid as well. There we go. Just twirl your mermaid. So you get all these papers in here too, so you can build up your scenes. You get the 2 different aperture dies as well. Give the mermaid a twirl. Look, there we go. Whee! There we are. And then last but by no means least, my absolute fave, which is the dolphin here. You'll have to Jan's joining. You'll have to make your own sound effects, but here we go. Absolutely love that. You even get the twine included in there as well to be able to create that spinning effect. So they're amazing. $24.99 or $24.99. Obviously, you get your 20% discount on that if you're platinum, bringing that down to an even £20, which I just think is brilliant. But let's unbox it, because it's all very well me saying what's inside the box. But let's take it all out so you can see exactly what you're going to get in there and how many beautiful cards that you can make. I love this bit as well because you get to unbox it and see all of the beautiful presentation.
Honestly, it's like Christmas, Ben.
I know.
You know, they come boxed in a brown sleeve to protect this one, and I've got all these stacked on my shelves with the numbers on the edge of it here. So when I've got them on the shelf, I can see which number it is along the shelf. So again, comes to you with some inspiration on the front there, so you've got some ideas, you know, of what to do. And the girls that make the cards, you know, if you want to copy those, I know they've got no problem with that.
Yeah.
And then inside here, we've got a little note from our Sarah on the inside, just welcoming you to your project kit. Absolutely beautifully packaged, you know, thank you for your purchase. It's all wrapped in tissue, and then excuse my bits and pieces that are lying around in there, but you have got embellishments in here in the form of the little crystal droplets, and then you've got your twine. You've got 2 sets of dies, one which cuts out the heart aperture, and then you've got all the little undersea elements with the dolphin die cut.
Yep.
And then you've got the scalloped oval aperture, which we're going to use in this next card, with the little person die cut and then the bits that go with it. So those are the metal work. And then to match those, we've actually got the acrylic stamp sets. So let me just find some white card for you. So you can see there, we've got the one with all the under the sea, the dolphin there, the mermaid, little sentiments, and then all the actual bits and pieces to go with it. And then the second one is the one that we're going to use this time. It's got those little people on there. So you've got the little girl and the little boy, and then you've got sentiments and bits and pieces, little backpack, the balloon and everything that matches that one. And then, as always with our kits, you get a selection of card blanks, and we've got 7 by 5 inch cards, we've got 6 inch square, and we've got 6 by 4, and also the matching envelopes to go with them. So when you've created your project, you've got an envelope to either keep it in or send it in. And then again, just excuse my bits that are chopped up there that I've been using. We have got a set of pattern papers in here. So if I just flick through these, got the most gorgeous designs, you know, sort of fairly generic.
Yeah.
So you could use these with the kit and, you know, alongside your other craft kits. And then also the plain ones to go with it. So absolutely beautiful. And these are all double-sided as well,
Yeah,
which, you know, is
gorgeous.
unusual in a kit like this. You'd expect these to be sort of single-sided. So again, that's all the contents of your kit. I think we're going to go straight into a demo with this one, Ben, because I can see time ticking away. So let me just pop that to one side there. And again, I've got some of the bits prepped, because what I wanted to do this time was show you a trick with the aperture. So what I want to do is find that one with the oval on. So I'm just going to open my packet up, and I want to use this scalloped oval aperture because we used the heart in the first one.
Did.
So just to grab this off here, and what I've done is I've taken 2 of the 7 by 5 cards. The first one I've just left as what I call an ordinary, like, open book card. The second one is already pre-scored and folded, and what I've done is I've scored it again halfway and folded it back, and then turned it over and scored halfway again. So we're at 2.5 inches. Fold it back so that I've got sort of a concertina looking piece. So let me just burnish those score lines down there because I want those to stay in place. And you've ended up with a piece that's almost like a W.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Or if you want to look at it this way, an M, whichever way you want to look. So what I'm going to do is actually stick this piece inside here.
Yeah.
To create that sort of tunnel in the middle.
Yeah.
So I want to cut my aperture out of this centerpiece here. So I'm literally going to pop the card. I'm hoping we're okay with the junior. Let me just think. I might have to do it that way. So we'll do it double. And I'm going to pop the die. Well,
Oh, yeah, across the
didn't think that through very well, did I? Right, let me think, because that's, yeah, I might just have to...
We can come back to it in a second if you like.
Yeah, I just need
All
to
right.
swap, I think, to my larger Gemini. I had not thought about that, because as I say, I'm used to using mine this way. So let me just grab the bigger Gemini, and then I'll be back with you, Ben. All right?
Some lovely comments coming in. Astrid on Facebook saying, loving the twirling characters so much. I made one each for my niece and nephew. They love them. These are the kind of kits as well that actually the kids are going to love crafting along with you. And when you think of, you know, I've got 2 children, as I think a lot of you might know, 12 and 9. funny names, but they they obviously have difficult crowd. They obviously have their schoolwork to do, but it's sometimes nice just to kind of take them away from that to do other things as well. Like we try and do a bit of baking, some cooking, and all these kind of things alongside that. So a bit of crafting as well with them. I just think, you know, they'll absolutely love it. And this is the kind of collection that will kind of make their imagination run wild. And again, it's inexpensive, isn't it? Because you don't necessarily want to use all of your expensive crafty goodies with the kids because you want to use it for yourself. But a little kit like this, you can have so much fun crafting with the kids or the grandkids. Lynn on Facebook saying, great sound effects. Yep, as I say, you'll have to make your own sound effects with those cards. JLM on YouTube saying, this is so cute, great for kids cards. And Lisa on Facebook just saying, this is such a fun subscription box. It is absolutely that. And as I said, you get so much in there to be able to craft straight off the bat, but then you've still got all of the stamps, all of those dies in there to carry on crafting after all of your consumables have gone. What I will say as well at this point is that with only 20 minutes remaining, you do need to start now voting on your favourite card of the show so far. So we had the Peacock card a little bit earlier on. We had the Twirling Dolphin, I think, earlier too. And then, of course, we had the Stenciling. So you need to vote at the minute. You can either say Peacock, Dolphin, Daisy. There we go. Those are the three that we've had. If you can remember them. We'll show them with Jan after she's done this demo. We'll line them all up. But so far, Peacock, Dolphin, Daisy, and then we've got this one. Are you all right over there now?
Yes, I'm back. I've just swapped out for my big Gemini.
Cool.
I've got the big plates out. So I've literally opened out that card. The folds down the centre, and this is where I want my aperture to be. So again, just that thin metal die combination in there, and we'll pass that one through. Sometimes we need the big daddy out there just for the size of the plates.
That's it.
And then what I've done while that's passing through there is, again, I've created some mats and layers. You can see these using those lovely pieces of pattern paper. So I've got one of the plain pieces out of that pack, and then I chose the brick wall one. And then I've done the plain ones again, same colour, with some of that lovely, just that little flowered pieces on. So let me just get this one out of here. And this has actually cut the aperture through the centre. Just be careful with that tape there. And you can see now, let me move those to one side, just reinforce those folds again. And what I want to do is actually end up with this one in the middle here.
Got you.
Yeah, so that I've got my, my aperture in the centre, okay? So we'll just quickly pop those mats and layers on, and then I'll show you the, I've got all the characters stamped out, because I know time just ticks away. It's like, I always say this when I'm at home crafting, I say it's like going in the time warp when I go in the craft room. I think I've been in there maybe half an hour, and my husband will be like, Jan, it was 2 hours ago. Honestly, it just disappears.
I walked in the door at 5 to 10 this morning, and I'm not asking for sympathy here, but I've literally not stopped doing shows and in between shows and whatnot, and I can't believe it's almost 6 o'clock. I do not know where the time has gone. I've got both Georges, George Squared, coughing in my ear right now. Why are you guys? Oh yeah, these guys have been like doing a bit of work as well. You know.
It's nearly tea time, isn't it?
Well, it is nearly tea time.
It's nearly tea time, yeah.
Yeah, tea time. We still got another hour to go. This is my first day up here, so I've got to do a bit of shopping on the way home. Georgina's just saying that she's going to have you having a Mackie D's, did you say?
Oh
yeah. I'll try and be good.
Right.
Try and be good. Salad for me. Salad for me.
Right, so that's my mats and layers at the ready. And then I want to pop, again, we'll have that piece of twine that's just going to go the length of there.
Yeah.
And again, you know, like Ben said earlier, once you've used, there's a fair bit on there actually, but once you've used it, you can go to any of your baker's twine that you've got, or it could be strands of wool, it could be strands of cotton, just something to get in here. And I want to pop this on the back now. So again, I'm going to anchor this on the back of it here, and then I'm going to show you the bits that I've already die cut, where I've got them from, and how we're going to piece that together. So I just want to pop one piece at the top there and stick it down.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you know what? Our Tracy's just wandered into the studio.
Bless her.
With a fan. When I said I wanted more fans, I didn't mean that sort of fan, Tracy. Unbelievable.
Honestly.
It's warm in here today.
It is very
We've
warm
got
in
a
here.
fan.
All the lighting and everything.
Yeah.
It's very warm. And bless them, I think they need me for the next show, so I need preserving.
You should get the,
that's
the fan
wonderful.
in. Get the fan in, Tracy, a little bit closer,
bless.
and we can get it like some sort of 80s pop video
Beautiful.
with the hair blowing in the
Love
wind.
it, yeah, bit of, yeah. Oh, that's absolutely stunning. Thank you. Right, so we've actually got our piece of twine on the back there, and then let's bring in the little guy that we've stamped out. Now, when I was sat colouring this, I was thinking to myself, my little nephew, believe it or not, is a year old next month, and I honestly don't know where that time went. I can remember this time last year, I was actually waiting for his arrival, and now he's here. But I was sat colouring it in thinking, this might be what he looks like when he gets a bit bigger with his blonde hair and his hoodie and everything on. So there he is. So let's pop him in. So I'm actually going to pop one piece on the back, and I'm just going to use some slightly narrower red line tape. There's a thief in the building. Honestly.
No.
He was being really quiet then, trying to snaffle me cards.
I've just taken them because I thought, because we can recap on them quickly. Because
Snaffle, have you not heard that before? Snaffle me cards,
Yeah.
honestly.
I snaffled them like a thief in the night. I've just got the cards because a few of you are
It
asking
means to
that you want to
pinch
see a
them.
reminder of the demos that Jan's done, so that we can recap on, so you can vote for your favourite, because we're running out of time. So we'll do that in just a second. Can I take the cards, please, Jan?
You can, honestly. I knew what you were doing. He just crept over really, really quietly, as if he was like not going to disturb us.
We need to recap on those in a minute. Should we do it now, or whilst you're sticking the back on?
Yeah, you could do. Well, I'm just
Okay.
I'm just literally popping it together, and then I'll show you the finished.
All right, so you can vote, okay? So the first card Jan made early on was from the subscription box, the craft kit, the Dolphin. So if you like this one, vote Dolphin. Vote. No, just that was Dolphin. For those of you that speak Dolphin, you'll know that's what I just said. So Dolphin, if you like that one. The second card from the Nature's Garden Peacock collection is that one there. So again, if you like that one as your fave, vote Peacock. However, if you like the last demo that Jan just did, that's the one with the stencil, vote Daisy. So George likes the Daisy, and George is torn. We've got two Georges, it's very confusing. So George, director, likes that one. What are you voting for, producer George? Come on, you've got to pick one. The Dolphin, producer George. I think I'm going for the Peacock. It's up to you, that's not down to us. Vote for your favourite, Peacock, Daisy, or Dolphin. And then you might like this one. This one might be your favourite. Go back over there and see what's going on. Right, here we are.
Right, so literally all I've done is I've popped my mats and layers on, I've stuck him in the middle, and then I've just got some elements that I've used, those stamps from the stamp set. I've created a little bit here that says, have a great day. And then I've just, in the stamp set as well, there was the birthday boy. So I've just made like a little flag there using a good old cocktail stick there. So
really?
just pop, but yeah, just whatever
Why
you've
not?
got lying around. Honestly, just take the backs off those. And that one's going to go at the bottom there. And then as part of that stamp set as well, there's this gorgeous little balloon. So I thought we'd have that somewhere along, maybe on there. Yep. So
yeah.
we'll just pop a little tiny bit of glue on the edge there. And we'll stick that one on there. So again, let's just wind him up at the ready.
That is brilliant.
So twirl him round before you close him. And it does peek out of the edge a little bit, so you just have to make sure that when you put it in an envelope that you leave room for it. But then literally we've got that there, and when we open him up, he's going to twirl round in the centre. Squished him in the centre there. Yeah?
I love that.
Yeah, yeah.
So
they're just
cute.
such fun, and again, just a different way of doing it, using two of the blanks out of your, you could pop some pattern paper behind here as well if you wanted to, or you could put a piece in that had been stamped in the back. So many different ways of doing it there.
All right.
We'll just have him peeking out at the side there. Look.
Hello.
Yeah.
So
Fantastic.
if you like that one, vote boy. Boy.
Boy, yeah.
Peacock.
We're running out of time, aren't we?
Dolphin,
I've got another
we're nearly
Peacock
done.
one
That's
for
what
you
I
as
mean.
well.
Or Daisy. Which is your favourite? You need to vote now. Voting lines are open. I'll give you 7 minutes. Vote now or forever hold your peace. Facebook, YouTube, and the one with the most votes will go onto our Crafty Walk of Fame. Just remind me, we never popped up Leanne's card from earlier on. I wonder where that's disappeared to. The one with the what are they called? Dragonflies. We'll find that. We'll find that. Talking of all things weird and wonderful, I want to recap on this Peacock collection because my, is this a gorgeous collection or what? There's so many of you going for this, and I can understand the reasons why, because it is absolutely gorgeous. This is the Nature's Garden collection, 48 elements in total. And you've just seen a bit of a snapshot, really, of some of the things that you can create with this. So the 48 elements that you're going to get with a saving of almost £20 or over $25. This gorgeous, proud peacock, who, I mean, that is just one of the most glorious dies I think that I've seen. Use it in conjunction with the Peacock Centura Pearl cardstock that we've got on the show. It is going to look more than majestic. You've then got, within the collection, your feathered corner die. Again, we've seen that during the show, and also we've actually seen some of your makes as well, I think, a little bit earlier on when we were looking at pictures with that featured. I absolutely love that, almost as much as I love this flourishing frame die. I mean, of course, this is going to work beautifully with everything within this collection, but again, actually think about all those other collections that you can incorporate that with. You know, simply a frame with a little sentiment popped inside. That is stunning in its own right. And been talking a lot about feathers on this show, haven't we? The peacock plumage dies are just simply amazing. As I said, you see a lot of butterflies and flowers in craft, but not necessarily the feathers. And what a wonderful collection of feather dies that you've got there to build up your own plumage. So those are all of your dies within the collection. Stamps are amazing. You've got that pretty plumage stamp set. So again, get all of your colouring pens and pencils out to really get in and enjoy colouring that gorgeous peacock with all of the wonderful sentiments. That as well, that corner stamp die we saw in action earlier on too. You've got sending happy thoughts, thank you. Today is all about you. You've then got even more beautiful sentiments in there too. Happy birthday, proud, incredible, fabulous. And then you've got little kind of conjoining words to join these up. So you are fabulous, have a happy birthday, you are incredible. You are beautiful, just amazing. The kind of sentiments that you want actually to be able to make cards now just because, and we were chatting about that earlier on as well, you don't always have to make a card just because it's a birthday, just because it's an anniversary. Make a card to send to somebody just because. This collection I love, which is within the Peacock collection, you build a peacock. I mean, it's actually called Proud as a Peacock, but I call this you build a peacock because you've got all the stamps and then all the dies to be able to build up your own peacock. So stamp them out, cut them out with your dies, and boom, ooh, you are away. And then last, no, it's not last actually, there's 2 more bits. You've got your plumage panel embossing folder, which again is amazing. If I just tilt that and you can see that gorgeous emboss with the peacock feather. And then you've also got your 3D embossing folder, which is your perfect plumage, or no, it's got regal peacock, this one, isn't it? Again, which is absolutely gorgeous. Those are the elements which make up your Peacock collection, your Nature's Garden Peacock. £63 or $85 is the deal on that, saving almost 20 or 25, and then you get another 20% off that, of course, if you are a Platinum member. Wanted to also recap, something I didn't show you earlier on, actually, with the Hero, oh sorry, the Hero Tool! The Ditto Tool Tote. I didn't show you this earlier on, and I meant to. Of course, you can open it up as well, can't you? So this is absolutely perfect for having there on your countertop when you need to see everything. You've got a little hook and mesh system, which basically pops it all together when you want to carry it around. But then when you want to see everything in situ, then you've got the ability to be able to do that. And as you can see, boy oh boy, if you want pockets, you've got it. If you want you know, space to put all of your crafty goodies in, you have got it right there. There's pockets upon pockets. There's little elastication in there as well to pop in tools and pens and glues and all sorts. There's so much room in here. And as I said, if you're looking at this and thinking that that is full, boy oh boy, you can get a lot more in there. Absolutely you can. It's available in the black for you and also available in the turquoise. It is our Hero Tool. So grab it at this price whilst you can. $20.49 or $27.99. I think I like the turquoise. as opposed to the black, but it's entirely up to you. Whichever way you go, you're getting a sturdy bit of storage equipment, and great for when you're, able to go back to your friends' houses and crafting fairs and all sorts to take all your bits and pieces with you. Right, the votes are coming in. I am going to stay over this side of the studio and count these votes as they come in. And whilst we do that, let's get one final swift demo. We've got 6 minutes left, Jan.
Yep. I'm on it.
Good.
So we're going to use that lovely 3D folder, Ben, that you were missing from your board.
Oh,
so,
yes.
And I said earlier that just to speak about the 3D folders, and the biggest thing that I can say is that they are so much thicker than a 2D folder, which allows us to put that sculpting in there, which gives such a lovely result. But all I want you to remember is because it's thicker, we need a different combination of plates. So I'll talk you through that in a second. So literally, I've just cut some of our white Centura Pearl this time, and I'm going to add some ink to the top of this. The Centura Pearl takes ink beautifully. So again, I'm just going to double check, make sure that I've got the raised side underneath and the recessed side at the top. Cut my piece down already, pop it inside there, and then you need a clear cutting plate, and then you need a magnetic shim just to build up the depth. And then instead of putting the other clear plate on, I'm going to use the plastic shim as my top layer. And again, we'll pop that through the Gemini. And then what I'm going to do is add some ink excuse me, to that Centura Pearl now. No, I'm okay. She's asking me if I need a drink.
Aww.
Bless her, they're looking after me, aren't they?
They are.
I'm good, thank you. So you can see that. Let's see if we can, I'm going to hold it here again for him to zoom for me.
Amazing.
In his coming, look which way, I need to come this way, there we go.
There we go.
Just look at that texture
That
on there.
is awesome.
Can you see what I mean about the sculpting? There's different levels of embossing. Some of it's in the background, some of it's in the foreground, and it really gives like a scene rather than just that. I know it sounds silly when you say flat embossing, but what normal embossing folder just brings up one layer, and it's just that level. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I've got these are actually our pigment inks rather than the quick dry ones, because I wanted that softer finish, and I've just taken a brush, which again I've got these in my stash, and what I'm going to do is just very, very quickly pick up the ink, and what I want to do is from side to side just to rub over here, and I'll do this as quick as I can because I've got some of it prepared already. I'm going to go down from the Oasis to the, I feel as if I'm beat the clock, onto the there we go, look, parakeets, just to bring some of that in. And then I've got the green topaz, and we'll do that towards the bottom there. Okay. Obviously, take much more care than I'm doing when you're at home with it, but you get the idea.
You won't be crafting against the clock.
Yeah, I feel as if I'm on beat the clock now, so let's put that there. All right, but when you see what... if I bring in the one that I've already done, you get the idea. They don't look bad. Bit heavy-handed there because I was rushing. And again, I think what I did actually afterwards was just give it a buff up with my cloth.
Yeah.
So it just takes some of the excess off the front there, but you can see there where we've got to. So let's have a look then. All I'm going to do is I've made a background for the inside of my card, and this was actually from one of the stamp sets, using some of those coloured quick dry inks again and stamped out a sentiment. And then I've just cut a piece off the front of my card. And then I said earlier that I'd use that lovely royal blue.
Yeah.
And then the chartreuse. Isn't it beautiful, that? Absolutely gorgeous. And I tried to echo some of those colours in the background as well. So what I want to do with this one is I've just put tape on half of it because I'm just going to stick this panel so that it's level with the one inside, so you don't actually see the inside one until your card is open. Then we're going to go with the, what have I done with my, it's there, I'm going to say with my panel underneath. And then I've used this gorgeous corner die here and cut that out of the Pacific cardstock and just run it through the old machine to add some sticky there. And what I wanted to do was actually put this on as a corner, just as a decorative element. So I'm going to put this on the bottom, and because it's all filigree, you can see the rest of the design through it.
Love that.
And then what I've done is I've just done it again and just snipped it. I just literally wanted a piece of it to echo this in the top corner. So this is actually just a little bit off the edge here. Whoops, let me move up a bit so you can see there. Yep. And I'm just going to reverse that round and pop that on the top there.
Brilliant.
Let's get it lined up there. And then this bit's going to go onto my Centura. So again, I'm going to get my tape pen for this one.
We got just a minute to go. I have got the winner of our demo of the show in just a second. So we'll announce that after
So that
we've
one
seen
on
this
there,
card.
and then again, Fabulous Friend, which is from those stamp sets that are in the collection. And I'm just going to pop that one, woo, come on off, on the bottom there.
Awesome.
Just, oh, that was a quick one, wasn't it?
That was.
So there, and then when you lift it, you reveal that lovely stamping on the inside. Okay, cool. Right on the 11th hour.
There was a collective ah from the gallery then, which was quite nice. That demo, of course, you only just seen it, so you weren't able to vote for it. But
I know, the last ones never get involved, do they?
the winner of the demo of the show is... That's my drum roll. The
stencils,
Daisy!
yeah.
Yes!
Fantastic.
That is the winner, so that's going to go up on our Crafty Walk of Fame and could be crowned the demo of the week a little bit later on in the week. Second Chance Sunday, of course, we'll be recapping on all of the shows that you've seen this week. Wow, what a show. Thank you so much to all of you for watching and commenting and getting in touch. A big thank you to Jan as well, always brilliant. Are you ready for your first craft vault?
I am, yes. I'm going to sort of stand in front of the fan for 10 minutes.
Yes.
I'm going to try and grab a little bit to eat, and then we'll be back raring to go at 7 o'clock.
We certainly will be. It's going to be fast, it's going to be furious,
Yep.
It's going to be buy one item, get the second for a penny. You won't want to miss it. We will catch you back
Craziness.
here. It is craziness.
Yeah.
We'll catch you back here in about an hour's time. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.